think that speaks to the maturity of the team, kind of just taking it right at them right away?
Yeah, I think Kenny spoke to that before, the game even started. This is going to test, our maturity and how do we want to be viewed by ourselves and by people around the league. And, you got to come and have a mature approach and treat this game as if, they had everybody playing, because at the end of the day, it's about us and our development, not who they're out there suiting up, because those guys play hard regardless of who's out there. So I think we did a great job of, responding to that, especially on a back-to-back and 17 games in 29 nights, and finally having 2 games off and not acting like we're in Florida before the game is over.
What do you think of Jalen Tyson?
He was awesome, man. People don't understand how hard it is. That kid was averaging 20 points in college around this time last year, and then for us to draft him and then ask him, to be patient and work every day and be diligent and kind of trust, what's happening. And we're going 15-0, and
Did you ask him about why he tried to fight the dude?
Literally just did that.
I was trying to defend Donovan. And for him to be ready when his name was called, not just to play minutes but to start, I thought it was amazing. That's who the guy is. I mean, you have 16, 11, and 7, like a triple-double in your first start is impressive, and a credit to him because he puts in a lot of work that isn't seen by, the rest of you guys, but it's seen by us, and I get, happy, for other people when that stuff comes to light and you guys get to see it.
Sometimes in games like this, the other team sits guys like the Pelicans had all those guys out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could have easily just said, okay, the rest of the team doesn't have to play.
I mean, shoot, it felt like it.
Right. Well, my point being, Jalen playing with the core 4 and playing with the guys who are in there, how important is that for him to play with guys who get regular minutes and to surround him with that?
The core 4 played tonight?
Okay.
I just want to correct you because you would do the same for me. But Ty's going to be the core 5. Pay that man. No, I just think it's a credit to how he is as a player. Like, can kind of fit into anything and kind of knows his role, right? He came to the starting lineup and wasn't out there trying to make it about him. He was playing defense, sprinting the floor, taking layups, dunks, and being able to facilitate. I think that's the most impressive when you're a young guy and you can come in and get 5+ assists in a certain amount of period of time. That means like what's going on and where to get the ball, and that was extremely impressive. So it was cool that he got to play with the core 4/3.
Speaking of Ty Jerome and what he was able to do tonight, obviously 20 points in the second quarter, career high in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
For him to come off an injury from last season, but also to show that he can be in any role, starting off the bench, 6-man, whatever. What does that mean for you guys?
What they gonna say now? No. I just think obviously to have that type of weapon, coming off the bench, I think, everything that he's had to go through with, not playing for a whole year, people don't understand what type of mental toll that takes on you. And for him to come back, be prepared, and be phenomenal. I mean, he's been phenomenal since we were doing like mini camps in New York. And everyone's like, all right, when's he going to cool off? And he's committed to the process of his growth, and it's been awesome to see because he puts a ton of work in behind closed doors.
Obviously, also, it's been said around the locker room that you and him are one or two of the biggest trash talkers. You think he's more of a trash talker than you in game?
Ty has some good material. He actually really does. I might have to steal some. He hasn't told me I'd have to trademark it, so I might steal some from him. But no, I'm always going to, be humble and say that he's a little better than me. But I'm a close second.
How difficult is it to open up a season with 17 games this short of a time?
Honestly, these next 2 days, I'll really get to relish in those thoughts because I haven't been able to, because it just seems like, oh, well, we got another film session or scouting report. But it's been tough, and I wouldn't say just the games part. It's partly the travel. Like, we went to New Orleans and then had to come back here for a game and then had a back-to-back. I felt like we had 3 and 4 nights, like 4 times this season. It's like, that's really, really tough as a young athlete adult. So no, it's been amazing though. I just think the depth of this group and just our commitment to the process, our bodies, and just continuing to grow has really allowed us to thrive. And we're just going to keep doing that and keep chopping wood, carrying water, showing up every day and doing what we do.